Hey guys, what's poppin'? It's Becca.
What's up, guys? It's Bronte. You want to tell them?
I'll tell them today. So we're gonna be talking about cheating and cheaters. Oh gosh, we've had a long week, guys, with school and everything. We had clinical in the ICU and TNU, and it was definitely interesting. So we're really tired, but
Yep.
we're really excited to get into the cheaters topic.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get in, because I feel like a lot of people have different definitions of cheating.
Yeah.
So what's yours? Before, I start spilling the beans.
Oh, it's just like, I think it's just so complicated because I feel like it's just deceiving people and kind of getting like, a person trying to get an out, if that makes sense.
Okay.
An out of something.
What do they have?
An action of distrust, but
okay.
an out. Okay. You know, like, whether it's out of getting out of, like, a relationship or not feeling emotion or just not dealing with problems in a relationship, but like an out in some way.
So I would have to agree. So my definition of cheating is really simple. It is anything you wouldn't want your partner to do behind your back.
Mm-hmm.
Does not just mean sex. Does not mean oral sex. Does not mean making out. It could be sending a Snapchat of a naked girl. That's cheating. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not, there's people out there who have open relationships and they communicate and they have, have threesomes, and that's fine. You guys communicate. But if you're doing this stuff behind people's back, that's my definition of cheating.
Yeah, I agree.
So
if you feel like it's wrong, it's wrong.
It's wrong.
Yeah, like, plain and simple.
We're not dumb here. But I don't know. Why do you think people cheat, though? I mean, I feel like there's might be different reasons, but, like, what do you think one of the main reasons are?
I think they're just unhappy with themselves. I don't necessarily think all the time it's the partner that they're with or the situation that they are in. I just think there is mainly, most of the time, it's something wrong with them if they can't deal with their emotions, if they think that's just the easy way out at the time. It could just be their personality. Like, They think they have God complexes. They think the person just won't find out. They can have their cake and eat it too. I feel like it's a mix of different things, but when it goes back to it, I feel like it's the reason is because they don't want to fix what's going on and deal with that emotion, so they think this is going to work.
I agree. I think it kind of like stemming off what you said is like they have personal trauma. I feel like most of the time, they have like something that they're. They could be like a narcissist. They could, whatever. They could be dealing with something that they have to fulfill another way.
Yeah, I agree.
Or like a thrill seeker. They're like, oh, I won't get caught, or, I can do whatever I want. That kind of mindset, I feel like a lot of people that I've known that got cheated on, like, that's their partner's mindset. Like, oh, I can just do whatever I want, but they can't do whatever they want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, I can cheat on this person, but God forbid if my girl cheated on me same way I cheated on her, it would have been like all hell break loose.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends have dealt with those kind of cheaters.
Oh my God. This topic, I can't. Like, it's one that I've dealt with.
Yeah, so.
And you've dealt with.
Yeah, I think we like I said before, cheating, I feel like is anything that you wouldn't want your partner to do behind your back. But I feel like you've been cheated on, but I've been cheated on, but in different ways.
Mm-hmm. It's just so stupid because I'm thinking about back then, and I had that naive thought that, like, my man loves me, and I love him, and he would never do anything like that. I just hated how we ended, and I hated how it went, but I hated how I treated him well. You know what? Dang. Like, he treated me like crap.
Yeah.
And I don't regret it because if I regretted the relationship, then that's like 3.5 years of, 3 years. Sorry, not 3.5 years. 3 years.
That 3 years is enough.
3 years is enough. But God, that was an awful time for me. But like, it took me a while to get out of that state. Like, I can't believe someone would do this to me.
I think that's where I was too. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, he loves me. I'm his world. And I'm not saying, cheaters can love their partner. I'm not saying, but I think that, like, for a while I blamed myself, and I was like, no, like, I really, you know what I mean? Not saying I'm perfect, but, like, I didn't do anything to deserve that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And like I said, your partner had sex with another partner, correct?
What happened? Should we do personal stories first, then signs? Okay. It was my relationship from high school. We met the summer before senior year of high school. He went to a different high school. He went to a private school.
Mm-hmm.
And we dated for about 3 years, but into the second year, he took a year off before, for when I was in my first year of college, but then he ended up going to film school in the same city at a different college.
Yeah.
And I think this is where it took a severe turning point, but I think at that point when he went to college, it took a turning point. He met different friends. He had a different pool of just people to meet, and we were just growing into different people. But I would catch him in a lot of lying, and I said in the previous podcast, kid you not, on my birthday, when you feel like something is wrong, something is wrong. And in the beginning of our relationship, I just didn't believe in like looking at phones or looking at social media or whatever. Then I just started to become really suspicious after when I saw a few comments on Instagram on other girls' profiles.
Ooh.
And then it was that day on my birthday. We were back at home. I looked in his email and there was a picture of a topless girl. And he told me that it was his friend's girlfriend and his phone was broken.
Yo, they be coming up with crazy stuff.
It was just so downhill from there. And we broke up. I don't believe in breaks, people. Break up or work it out. I don't believe in this break stuff, but during this relationship, we had 2 breaks, and the second break, I think this was the time where he was seeing another girl, but he was, like, leading me on, like, yeah, if we split up for a month, like, it'll be good, we are together with our thoughts, and this was junior year for me in college, and I remember the day I was so looking forward to seeing him. He came over, and you just knew it, he was ending it. And of course, I was destroyed. Couple days later, I get a message on Facebook, and it was one of his friends. And he's like, I can't take this anymore. You're such an awesome person, and I'm sorry you guys ended, but you need to know the truth. And he let me know.
Truth.
So I went to my best friend the next day, and I told her, Angel, what's up? We didn't go to chemistry class. She said, let's hop on the subway. Let's go. We're going to go get your stuff. I got a hold of his roommate, and she's like, I'll leave the door open for you. So I arrive at the door, and there's, kid you not, one of those paper white bags with my name on it. And it's all of our pictures in there. It's the bracelet that I got him, like with our anniversary on it. I put the pictures on his windshield of his car. So he's there. Because she was like, he's here. So I think she told him, which was totally fine. But we were knocking on the door. Mm-hmm. You know what he did?
What?
Hopped the fence.
Wow.
Yep, hopped the fence. His wallet was still there. His keys were still there. I just wanted my Wii back. I wanted my crap back. It was embarrassing because his roommates were there. I wanted to know who the girl was. And you know what? It was all over Facebook. It was clear as day, like there. And wow, I'm so
all for
dumb.
The world to see.
I look so stupid because until proven otherwise, which I had all the signs right there to be proven otherwise, I'm gonna back up my boyfriend. Like, that's the person that I love. He's like, and of course you're infatuated with your first real relationship.
Yeah.
I am sweet. I am kind. I put people above myself. So he knew what he was doing. So I messaged her. I'm like, hey, I just need to know. This is for me. I just want to know how long you've been seeing each other. And she said for a little bit. And he said, we broke up in November. He said we split in March.
They always be getting their dates wrong.
And you know what? I said, all right. And then she was like, I think she put 2 and 2 together, but I don't think they lasted a very long time. But
yeah,
that was in November. And that Christmas I went to Europe. And it was very hard. Because I'm still getting out of a breakup. I barely made it through exams. Like,
yeah,
I couldn't even keep my head up. I was crying in class. And I remember he made this post on Facebook, because my roommate at the time sent it to me, basically writing a whole paragraph status-wise saying, like, people were asking about what he did and, like, the relationship and saying how he's happy now and like whatever. And like people were commenting and like my roommate, so are we forgetting the fact that you cheated on your long-term girlfriend, or are you just trying to justify that you're pretty much an awful person?
They never want to say that they're wrong or they said like, hey, I cheated. You know what I mean?
I got a voicemail at night and it was him.
Mm-hmm.
It sounded like he was crying. He could have been drunk, but whatever, either or. And I called him. And he picked up, and it was like when you heard his voice, you would think it was butterflies, but it was like cement in my stomach. It made me sick, almost.
Yeah.
We talked for a little bit, and he was like, "That's great, what you're doing." And it basically just happened yesterday. It only happened like a month and a half, 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Look, like, I just need to know, like, do you mean sorry? Sorry goes a long way, people.
If you mean it.
If you mean it. He's like, I don't know. Done. Like, I'm like,
Disgusting.
so that's like a little bit like of my story. What about you?
So I ain't gonna get in all detail all like that. Because I feel like I don't know all the details still. Which, I mean, at this point in my life, if you asked me about a year ago, well, actually, no, it's been more than a year. Way more than a year ago, like, when I decided to end the relationship, I was a mess. Like, I was like, I can't believe this is happening. You know what I mean? Like, why would somebody cheat? You know what I mean? Like, you know, all those stupid things. It's not stupid, but, you know, you're, what's the word? Like, you're deceived, like.
You're being deceived and you're kind of
So you just never think somebody's going to do that. But now I'm like, okay, this is why I'm still single. I just remember, I'll tell you a couple stories. Things were just not adding up. I just remember him getting, like, really angry and, like, him always accused. Like, I would go to the gym and, like, I think one time he was like, oh, like, what are you going to meet up with your boyfriend, the personal trainer? Like, just weird thing. I remember, like, so you guys know I have a son, and I was putting away his laundry, and, like, I passed the bathroom, and I looked down at his phone, because, you know, I could never touch his phone.
Of course.
But he could always see, I mean, he would, like, text my friends back, and they knew it wasn't me, because I never spell anything right.
Right.
Because you guys know I stutter, and I can't spell it. My brain just doesn't work that way. But when I started spelling real hard words right, like, they'd be like, all right, this ain't Becca. You know what I'm saying? Like, where's Gilbert? Like, weird things like that. Like, he just became very angry and defensive and, like, all this stuff. I remember, like, looking down, and he was, like, opening up a Snapchat. And I didn't mean to look down. I just, like, looked down because I was, like, you know, trying to see that I didn't trip over my son's toys. And I looked down, and it was, like, a picture of a girl in a bra. And it wasn't me. And I was just, like, we argued about it. And, he, you know, and he was like, this is the first time she's ever done this. I've never talked to her this way, like, and, you know, and of course I believed him, because, you know, I was like, oh, like, you know, and I whatever, and then, like I said, there was plenty of other times. One of his friends' girlfriend, like, it was very weird, like, they would Snapchat at, like, 1 a.m., and, like, little, like, heart faces, like, you know, with the emoji with heart eyes, and he would only send me that if I was sending him, you know what kind of photos. He wouldn't, because he wasn't an emoji type person.
Right.
Like, he was, you know what I mean, he would only be like, if I sent him a little cute photo, he'd be like that. You know what I'm saying, guys? So then, I remember, like, looking, and he sent her that heart emoji, and I was like,
get out of here.
Because she knows she's wrong. And I was like, this is your best friend's girlfriend. And, like, he's known her since birth. So, like, that's kind of, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you know somebody by birth, like, that's, like, your sister, your brother, whatever. Anyway, so, and then, like, I just, like, let it go. And then also, so he used to do, like, wrestling and, you know, fighting, karate, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Rolling around on the ground. And I remember...
Wait, jujitsu?
Jiu-jitsu, yeah, okay, whatever. So, you know, and, like, I remember, like, he had to get on stage because he wanted medal, and instead of pulling, like, me and Willie on stage with him, you know, because I'm his woman, this is his son, you know what I mean? I'm like, hey! He pulls her because he...
Are you kidding me? What does he have to thank her for?
I don't know. I didn't see no pictures, but it was weird. Like, don't be Snapchatting no girl at 1 o'clock in the morning.
On.
So anyway, no, because she had a professional camera. So he said, he left me in the dust. You know those movies where, like, the guy pulls the girl up in the ring and they kiss and, like, there's a bunch of crowd? I was the one behind the crowd and I couldn't even see him get the medal. I was so mad. I was like, oh my God, I was so angry. I was red, and he comes back. He's like, what's wrong, babe? And I'm like, how dare you, like, and he was like, yeah, but she had a nice camera. I said, what's wrong with my damn iPhone with the filter?
Then let her take a picture with her camera and you guys are up there.
Exactly. Then. He totally forgot about me. He pulled just her. I was so mad.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, you know what? And then, you know, I didn't put it together. I was like, okay, like, they're just friends. You know, that's his best friend's girlfriend. Like,
get
you know
out
what
of
I'm
here.
saying? Like,
I'm done with that.
So anyway, you know, I was like, whatever. I let it go. And then there was plenty of other stories, but again, I'm not going into detail. I'm going to tell you this one. So I remember I went through his phone, and like, every time I go through his phone, it's always like, I've only been through it like twice. And every time, there was something weird about it. So he had a work phone, which was connected to his regular phone, but I remember the password, and I was like, I'm gonna look. So then I look, and I see him talking to other girls, which he was like, hey, like, how are you? No big deal. Like, you can talk to other girls, even though I wasn't allowed to talk to nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody. Like, if he called me talking to a guy or liked a guy, like, he would have been like, no, like, how dare you? Like, I love you. You're mine. He was always like, you're mine. Very controlling.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, so then I remember I looked through his phone and, messages, but then it said something like secret message.
What?
And I said, what? I said, what is this? Apparently you guys can do like a secret message on Messenger. And it opened. I don't know how it opened, but God's on my side. It opened. And it was like, and he was like, sorry, I've been so busy with my girl and my son and my mom, my family. And she's like, I just miss you. She's like, I miss our late night car rides. You're taking late night car rides with your girlfriend, your best friend's girlfriend? It was like definitely flirting. And I found out that he told me he went to go take somebody to rehab or something. Because, he's in recovery, so he's helping somebody else, whatever. That's fine. He actually took her out to breakfast.
Oh, shut up.
With some other girl.
Shut up.
And then the worst part is I took him back after this. He was like, I don't love her. She just needs help. She's dealing with a lot, whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, he loves me. Guys, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to say, and I'm past all of it. I'm just telling you guys how dumb I was, and now I can laugh about it and be like, what?
I'm laughing about mine.
It's so stupid. Like, I'm like, why didn't I? And then, so I remember I was like, okay, well, you're not allowed to talk to her or hang out with her anymore. He's like, okay, babe, I promise. And I'm like, how is that going to happen when it's your best friend's girlfriend? So, I remember, like, one time I went out with my girlfriend and I called him, and he accidentally answered, but it was in his pocket, and whose voice was on the other part? Hers.
Oh, no.
And I remember, like, messaging him. I'm like, you're hanging out with her? Like, this is great. And I just, I just left him after that. I was like, I can't keep... And then, like, I don't know if he had sex with her. I don't know if he had sex with somebody else. All I know is that...
It's crossed the line many times, even
taking late night car rides with girls and sending those kind of emojis when those are the emojis you send me when I'm sending you my sexy pictures.
It's done.
You're cheating. Mm-hmm. And you're doing a lot. You know what I'm saying?
I regret sometimes. I didn't catch it earlier, but you know what? If he is listening, and I hope you are listening, I don't know if I want to say it's necessarily about winning or losing. Because I do feel bad for the person that is cheating. And the person who's been cheated on, don't get me wrong, it's awful. But if you put yourself in the position where that person is cheating on someone, they must be really going through something.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, when I was dealing with it, I was like, what's wrong with me? Like, I'm the best girlfriend. I'm the best mom. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not. But, like, I would never do that to somebody.
Never.
You know what I mean? And the fact that, like, I can look back and be like, have compassion on him because there's something wrong with him. It was never me. It was him.
Yeah.
And I never got a sorry. I never got, he'd be like, I'm so sorry. But that was just because he wanted me to take him back. Mm-hmm. But, like, but I've moved past that because I'm like, this is not the type of person I want to marry. Mm-hmm. And the sad thing is after it, like, it was just like, it became like, it's not a big deal that I did that.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's sad. And it's like, their mind is so, like, I don't know how people think. I don't think
either.
That way. I'm very loyal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because, like, I knew, like you said, I knew I was a good girl as well.
Yeah.
Like, worship the ground that he walked on.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought we had some really great times. We were best friends. We had some great laughs. And then I, like, put that on one side. And then I think about how it ended and what we drifted into. And it made me go crazy. I did some stupid stuff. Yeah. Like when your heart's broken, whatever. I do not deny that.
You just can't think straight.
You don't. And that is not just you people. I went crazy. Yeah. Because my heart and my mind couldn't catch up. Like, they were so out of whack. But now, I don't even think he could have a conversation with me because I still feel like what he did was right. Or feels bad about it. And I hope it's the second one, but I don't know. If he learned a lot from me, I hope he did. I would take that, like...
Sometimes it's a wake-up call for people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sometimes it's like, okay, like, I just lost something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But some people,
Like, they don't want to tell themselves it is
Do you think
fault.
he's going to cheat again?
I think he probably has.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I've had people, I, like, still talk to his best friend, and, like,
Mhm.
he says he's not, it's just, like, he's just not the same. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, same, like, different, like, good? Like, did he change?
Any
And
good?
he's like, no. So, and that's a shame, because I did see his good side. And, like, we
Yeah,
did have some really
and I
great
think
times.
that's why you stay, because you're like, the potential for him is just,
Yeah.
you know, or, you know, her, whatever. And, like, we're not here to bash them, you know what I mean?
No.
What they did wasn't cool. I'm to a point where my life, like, you know, I've done counseling, whatever, like, and whatever I needed to do, but I'm to a point in my life where I'm good.
Same.
Whether you come back and say sorry, or you admit you're
Mhm.
wrong, or anything.
Yeah, I'm thankful for it.
Yeah.
Oh, I never wish it on my worst enemy. Absolutely
Yeah.
not. But it has made me stronger, and when other people come to me or you about it, it's just like, you're going to get there. Even if you think your boyfriend or partner is cheating, or they have, you will get through it, and you will be stronger for it.
Yeah.
And you will get to a point where you do forgive them, because just harboring that energy,
It's not worth it.
it's not worth it. Hate them for a little while, it's just healthy. But, like, you know, I did. But it's just,
You just gotta let it go and realize that it's not you, it was them.
and it's not, you're not, like,
You know what I
he's
mean?
not the only, or your partner is not the only person that you can be with in the world. There's more.
And I think once you find somebody, and, like, you know, I'm not ready to share if I'm talking to somebody or if I'm not right now, but it's like,
Mhm.
you know, in the future, like, whether I get cheated on again or I don't, you know, whatever, I'm gonna be good.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I know I'm a good girlfriend.
You are.
You know what I mean? I know I'm a great mom.
Yep.
I'm in school. I'm about to be done. I'm about to buy my own house.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I got all these things lined up for me, but it's like, I have to worry about me.
Yes, you do.
So, one question.
Go ahead.
What is your number one sign that you missed?
My
Because there's a
number
lot of
one
signs,
sign.
I feel like. But what's the sign you think you missed? Looking back.
The lying. But it was the lying where, in my gut, I just knew I was smarter than that. You know, when your stomach just turns and you're like, that is so wrong. Where you know you could just pick up your phone and you can backtrack it. You know
Yeah.
where to find the answers. So it's just like, I think it was the lying and
Mhm.
just kind of rationalizing his wrong decision making. He was right every single time, and he turned it on me to make me feel like a horrible person.
Yeah.
Like, I shouldn't be overthinking. I shouldn't be thinking this way. I was crazy. That I should be a horrible person, even, like, not believing him.
Yeah.
What about you?
So I think the one that, I mean, I definitely missed a bunch. I think the number one thing that I missed is he always accused me of cheating. He always thought, like we would go out and he'd be like, oh, like, you know, Snapchat me where you are. I need to know you're not cheating. And, like, you know me, I'm like, I would never do that. But I'm like, and he always acted like he got cheated on. And maybe he did. I don't know. You know what I mean? Because now I'm like, I don't believe nobody. I felt like I always had to prove that I wasn't cheating. And I'm like, why am I doing this? I've never cheated.
Right.
Like, ever. So I think that's one thing that I missed. And I was, you know.
Yeah.
So.
And I can see that. It's just an awful feeling when you're in that, because you just feel like your loved one would never do that. And I don't know. I just, like, kick myself all the time. But
I feel like, I don't know. I'm not that I'm happy that it happened, but it's like another experience in the books. I'm like, okay, like, this is what happened to me, but it's okay. Me and Willie are doing great. I've helped so many people.
Yeah.
You know, and, like, so have you. You know, you helped me when I was, like, losing it for a hot second.
And
but like, it's crazy. Isn't it crazy to see the difference between, like, a year ago to now?
Yeah.
What the hell was I doing
time,
back
that
then?
means time is everything, though.
It is. Yeah.
I remember my mom and my dad are like, look, they didn't know what to do. No one knew what to do. No one could say the right thing at the time. Like, no one, I know exactly what you're going through. Okay, have you been cheated on? Well, no. Okay, well, no, you don't. But, like,
exactly.
No one, even if someone was cheated on, it wasn't even, like, the right time. It was just, like, time is everything.
Yeah.
And, you know, you just start to get better. And then now I could probably walk up to him if I ever saw him in public and just try and have a casual conversation, but I don't think he could ever.
Girl, probably not. But at the end of the day, and this is another little point I wanted to just point out, is the amount of people that I know have cheated on somebody is very concerning.
Is that disgusting?
With my friends, part of some of my family of family, I know probably off the top of my head, probably, let's say like five people that I've known cheated. And their partners don't even know. It's crazy.
I've literally like been in those situations where I know
that
one
person
side's
cheated.
and
And
that
it's
other
so
one doesn't.
awkward. If you're thinking about cheating, don't cheat. Just go talk to your partner or break up with them. You know what I'm saying? And the thing when you cheat, it's what you do afterwards.
Yeah.
Like if you just play it like, oh, you know, she was crazy or I was crazy or he was crazy, you know, whatever, or you know, you don't try anything to fix it, then it's really too late.
And they do say cheaters. I don't doubt that cheaters feel guilty. Yeah, I do believe they have a conscience. There are some that are just
But that's
like,
what I'm saying. They feel it too late.
yeah, it's way too late. You can't. If you feel like it's wrong in the moment, it's wrong.
I think you
It's a tough
only
topic.
know how it really feels unless you've been cheated on.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to just say this, because the last thing I'm going to say is karma is a bitch.
Yep.
And, you know,
The truth will always come out.
the truth comes out, but karma, and I'm not saying because you get cheated on, you got cheated on. That's not what I'm saying. But karma is a bitch, guys. Or,
Right.
like, if there's a problem, don't, like, say, you know, communicate. Seek therapy, like, whatever you need to do. Or just,
Mhm.
like you said, break up with them and then go do your action. But I'm saying, then you're going to realize, okay, well, maybe the grass wasn't greener on the other side.
Right, exactly.
So, you know, everybody's action has consequences.
Mhm.
And karma comes around and it will go back around to bite you in the butt.
Yep.
I've seen it. It
Mhm.
never fails. I never think, you know, if you just sit back and don't do nothing and you just observe what's going on, you can see karma. And it's crazy. And
And
it's not
always
just
be-
with cheaters, it's with lying and everything else.
Always be the bigger person.
Always.
And it's hard. It is hard not going back. Because
It
all I
is.
wanted him to do was to call me.
Girl, I went back like 10 times now.
But
you
you
know,
learn, though.
But I learned, and it was like the most painful thing I've ever probably done.
yeah.
But it's okay, because now I'm great, and I don't think I've ever been this happy. I just wanted you guys to know a little backstory, so when we get into this big topic coming up, you guys can maybe relate to us a little bit. We're going to be getting into something very interesting.
This topic that we are going to start, where it's multiple parters,
Yeah.
was like our first thing that we listed because we have experienced this before. And
Of
if
us.
you guys want to hear more about our cheating stories or
Probably yours, because I don't know.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But,
Please leave a comment or you can message us privately.
yeah, we've
can
been getting a lot of messages privately. I don't know why you guys don't comment. Like, we'll get like 10 a day. I'm like, guys, just comment.
Yeah,
Like,
just comment below. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but I got to get back to studying because school's going crazy. I have
Yeah,
150
we're losing our
answers.
minds.
I don't even know what I'm saying, guys. All right, well, you know the deal. So it's Becca and I'm popping off.
And it's Bronte, and we will see you next week. Peace out.